How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to be checking out the Whitestone domed glass screen protector for the Note 20 Ultra. And the biggest reason why you'd want to get this for your Note 20 Ultra is for the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. They have a little UV light that allows the liquid to form a bond that allows the fingerprint to work. So today I'm going to be checking that out, and I'm also going to add this to the back of the Note Ultra because this is practically the size of an iPhone SE on the back, and I would hate to crack that just as much as I would hate to crack this. And I also want to go over if it degrades the picture quality at all. So while this is going on, I'm going to turn my phone off. That way when I'm cleaning it, I can make sure there's no fuzzies or smudges or anything like that while I am applying the protector. So here are a few things that come in the box. You have everything that you need to apply the protector, and then it also comes with your Whitestone dome UV light. As you can see, it comes with that neat little Whitestone dome glass branding, and it gives you little instructions for how long you want to cure your screen. So one press for 15, double press for 60 seconds. It also comes with this micro USB to USB-A cable connector. So here is your pack of goodies to set up cleaning the screen, your microfiber cloths, your alcohol cloths, which is going to come into play in a little bit, and also the pull tab. Here you have the weighted little piece of glass that's going to help you spread that stuff across. Warranties. Now I will say I have gone through quite a few of these in my time, and every time Whitestone comes through with a warranty, the only thing that you do need to be aware of is you are paying $9.99 for shipping, but I do have the 2-pack, so I will be putting most of this away just in case something happens. I have 2 of these bad boys to try again. Now, one thing that I am pretty excited to check out, I have the Samsung Rugged case, which happens to be one of the bulkiest cases that Samsung offers for the Note 20 Ultra. So at the end of this, we'll be able to check out if the screen protector can fit with this Samsung case. They are advertised to work with any Samsung case, but it's going to be nice to check that out at the end of this video. Now, although I've done this quite a few times, I think it is important that you go over the instructions, even if you watch a few videos. You know, any time that you go through this and you are just you mess up any little bit, you get any little fuzzy under it, it may cause you to have to restart the whole process. So at each step you really need to be very meticulous about how you do this. So I am going to make sure my black light's good to go before anything. I have a little Samsung power battery bank here. Okay, 2 button presses for that light. As you can see, it's working very well. Let me just unplug that. Alright, so now this is good to go for when I need it. And now I'm gonna go over everything that comes in this pack. And if you get the 2-pack, it is important to note that they do give you enough supplies to go for 2 attempts. So you gotta be sure to set some aside, for example, 2 masking tapes, 2 ear hole covering tapes, enough squeegees for 2 attempts, microfiber cloths, alcohol cloths, etc. I'm going to go ahead and separate the tray, get a now I'm going to get my little squeegees and I'm going to place them in the top part of the tray. This is going to prevent any of the liquid from going any places that we don't want it. So it should look like that. Next, I'm going to get my microfiber cloth and make sure there's no smudges going on this. Now, the masking tape is going to cover up any kind of holes or anything of that nature. For example, they direct you to cover up these buttons, because if liquid gets in there and then you go ahead and seal that liquid, it could be a bad day for those buttons. Here is a close-up of how those buttons are covered, just so you are aware. And that is not going to interfere with the protector at all, but it is going to make sure everything is nice and neat. There are no buttons that I really need to be aware of on this side. This side, you may want to cover this up, but there usually isn't enough liquid to get in your microphone or slim slot. But you do want to make sure that you get this sticker on to cover up that very, very thin ear hole cover. I don't know if that's going to focus, but there's a very tiny micro slit up there. So I'm going to wipe this off one more time and make sure I get that all covered up. Okay, so when you use this slit, you need to only cover it up with that black portion there. It is two-tone colored, so it's pretty easy to tell the difference when you're actually going to apply it. Just that gray color right there. If you have any issue trying to figure out where the ear hole sticker goes, they have like a cutout here on this tab that slides right into place, so there shouldn't be any issue. They really try and narrow down any kind of errors that one could make while doing this. So you're going to use your microfiber cloth to get as many of these fuzzies off and smudges off as you can. And once you do that, again, you want to make sure you're on a very good leveled area surface. I'm going to get these little stickers that they provide to get any little micro fuzzies off that could be an issue. I'm now going to place this tray on top. You really want to make sure that you do not have any fuzzies. Bust that sticker out as much as you may need it. I get my little pull tab right now. Place it in this little slot. Place my bridge. I'm going to get my liquid with the colored portion down. I'm going to place it right in there. So now is the moment where you really want to get deep down in there and make sure that there's no particles or any loose things going around. So right now I'm feeling quite comfortable with how that looks. I'm going to let it rip. Now you just want to let that go for about a minute or so. Okay, I'm fairly comfortable with how much liquid came out of that. Give it a little tap, and now I'm going to remove this bridge. Make sure I don't, oops, definitely don't want to do what I just did there. Okay. Okay, now that I got my little glue bubble there, I'm going to take this off. Okay, now I'm going to peel this off. Be very gentle. You are holding glass. Place that nice and gently in there. Okay, so now that is placed and lined up, there's going to be little dots to line it up with these arrows, and just make sure that it is where it needs to be. I accidentally hit a bubble. Let's try for the best. Okay. Going to try and make that bubble go in to the center. I did not get on a level area. And the center as it goes, oh, abort. Ugh. Okay, so that wasn't the most graceful way that I've done this, but once it gets in the center, you're just gonna not touch it, let it spread, and watch out for any bubbles of any sort. It already looks like it's nice and evenly spread out on the bottom portion, which is the most important because of the fingerprint sensor. Also going to get this ready. So I've found that it works best when you go ahead and you do it a minute on the bottom, in the middle, and then on the top. And I'm also going to turn the light off just in case the UV goodness works a little better like that. Now we just let it spread. So I had somewhat of an uneven pull-out, giggity, and right now I'm just trying to force gravity to evenly disperse the liquid. It looks like it's working. Okay, now that it is evenly spread out, I'm going to turn off the studio lights and give this a go. Okay guys, after the first round of UV curing, you want to wipe the excess liquid away. So it looks like some of that liquid may have cured onto the frame. It definitely did. That's interesting. So the frame's still good, but you could see the liquid made its way down here and made that cracking sound. But let's get an alcohol cloth and clean around the phone. Just want to go around and get any excess off as I can. So although it looked like it seeped out into the frame, there is nothing alarming going on with the phone itself. Just really making sure all the borders are clear before I go for the final go around. So let me dry this off with a microfiber cloth, and then I'll do a couple more rounds of the UV light and get back to you guys. I will say it looks like I did kind of muck it up a little bit. I don't know if the camera will catch this. It's not really important enough for me, or big enough for me to want to do it again. But there is a tiny little dot right there. I'm sure I'll never notice it on this massive screen, but now that I have seen it, I cannot unsee it. However, I did fumble pretty bad earlier. It's a little nerve-wracking to do this science experiment every time, no matter how comfortable you are with it. Alright guys, so I just finished up the last round of curing. So now it's time to turn this on and see what we've got. Let's see if that little dot's a little bit more visible now. So all that I have to show for all of my mess ups is that. So I could have taken the screen up when the dot hit in the middle and tried again, but you do only get two little things that ooze. But I was kind of fumbling around trying to put my hands good for the camera, and this just goes to show you, you don't have to be a professional or whatever, have the most steady hands to make sure that you apply this thing successfully. And honestly, that one little dot to have the entirety of my device protected is a pretty good trade-off for me. So first thing that you want to do is go into display, go down to touch sensitivity. Touch sensitivity is going to be specifically for screen protectors, and then you're going to go into your biometrics. Where is that? Biometrics and security, add fingerprints. I'll take this back for a second. Okay, so here I have my fingerprint adding screen. Start scanning with the center. I do the rule of thirds, so in the middle, top, right, bottom, left, and then just keep doing that until it registers your fingerprint. And I am pressing ever so lightly because you really do want to mimic how you would press your screen on a normal basis. So that looks good. Now I'm going to go middle, top, right, bottom, left. And now with my left thumb, same thing. Middle, top, right, bottom, left, and switch off. I'm going to do that one more time. I primarily open my phone with my right thumb. Okay, that's going to be it. So let's give this a go. So here I have the phone, nice and fast. So again, from complete sleep, let's let that focus. So right now the phone is completely asleep, instant. And that is just the quality that you get with this fingerprint reader. My left thumb, I have like some weird skin thing going on with it, but oh. So here, left thumb, close, right thumb, close. Next, let's get on to the protector for the back, which should be easy. Now I have the Whitestone Dome Easy Camera Protector. So let's see what this is all about. Okay, some alcohol pads, microfiber cloth, and I'm assuming just the glass. Okay, let me look into these instructions and figure out what I'm supposed to do. Okay, now this isn't as crazy. All you have to do is get the included alcohol swab cloth. And clean off that camera. Microfiber. Now I'm just gonna get that dust sticker, go around, make sure every little fuzzy's taken off. Now I'm going to get this little screen, peel it off, and place it as good as I can. I want to make sure it's as straight as possible before I push it in. So it looks like it's on there. Let me just wipe it down. Okay, now for final test, popping this into the case. And it looks like all around I now have 100% protection and a greasy phone, but everything's good. And I'm also going to include some photos I took with this on. The little lint right here is going to bother me for the rest of my life, but it did come with a 2-pack, so maybe one day when this chips, you know, I'll switch it out. Same thing with this little dot here, it came with a 2-pack. So these are minor annoyances for those with OCD like myself, but to protect that $1,300 phone, I mean, look at that. That'll do. That'll do just fine. So final thoughts, should you get this? I think you should. You cannot take away the premium feel of this $1,300 phone with a plastic screen protector or whatever material it's made out of. Glass, it just, I mean, it feels premium. And you also get this bad boy. Check out the pictures. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. I know I totally, like, you know, got butterfingers, especially being behind this camera, not really being able to be one-on-one with it, but that just goes to show you, even if you fumble it around, you could still get this screen protector on and be covered for life, essentially. Every time it chips, just go ahead, send a picture of that to the warranty department, and they'll send you one back within like 2 weeks or something like that. But to have this like HD goodness on your phone, and that works that well with the fingerprint, that's class. I mean, I don't think you're gonna find anything better. Well, next video I have for you guys is going to be the Galaxy Watch 3 review. If you have any questions that you would like me to hit on that video, just let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you like this comment. Really trying to situate myself here, especially with this giant science experiment going around. So thank you guys for being patient with me, and I appreciate you if you stood through for the whole video. So have a good day, guys. Later.